have no idea who Paul McCartney is. Sir Paul McCartney from the Beatles. So this is how it all went down. So Paul McCartney and Kanye West, they have a new track, a new collaboration together called Only One. Okay, so they put that out in the new year. It quickly rose to the top of the iTunes chart. Sir Paul McCartney tweeted about it, Kanye West tweeted about it, and then it was the response on social media that caused the controversy. So let me read some of them tweets, okay? So we have one right here. Who the F is Paul McCartney? This is why I love Kanye for shining light on unknown artists.
Brilliant.
Here's another one. Who is this Paul McCartney? He about to blow up thanks to Kanye. And another, I don't know who Paul McCartney is, but Kanye is going to give this man a career with this new song. So we don't know if these were tweeted in jest or if these people really genuinely don't know who he is. But of course, there are people who were quick to tweet back in response to these people. For example, quote, Kanye West did a song with Paul McCartney and people on Twitter are asking who Paul McCartney is. And now I understand domestic terrorism. Someone else tweeted, the downfall of America's youth has officially concluded with people not knowing who Paul McCartney is. Thoughts, 5 words or less.
Remember this name, Frank Sinatra. He's going to be huge.
All you need is love.
Crappiness is a warm gun. I don't know what that means, but I know it's a reference.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
But strawberry fields are forever.
Oh.
Okay, so were you guys, first of all, do you think that this is true? Do you think that
Yes.
there's,
I absolutely do think
how is
it's
that
true.
possible with the level of connectivity that we have today?
Also, Love is one of the best search shows in Vegas. So you would think that the kids would know the Beatles at least that way. But no, I definitely think there's enough dumb people that wouldn't know that. For sure.
Crazy.
Especially if they're like 14 or something and their parents, you know, maybe didn't introduce them to it or don't talk to their kids or whatever. I mean, I do think it's good then. Good for Kanye for letting him open up their ears because now they might be like, oh my God, and buy Beatles music and actually hear bands that play that are not auto-tuned where people actually know how to play a guitar. So if he could do that for Sir Paul McCartney, good for him.
Yeah, did you guys listen to their new track? Did you like
No.
it?
No.
I listened to it. Paul McCartney, he's playing, he is the melody, which I love. That's the part I loved about the
Yeah.
song. And then Kanye West, I like the rhythm of it, but he's auto-tuned in it. So that's
course.
what I
Isn't
didn't
everything
like about it,
auto-tuned, though?
probably.
You're telling me Kanye's auto-tuned?
but it's very evident.
You're telling me Kanye can't keep up vocally with Paul McCartney?
Paul McCartney, I don't remember sang on the song.
Oh,
I didn't
so
listen
he's
to it
just
long
playing-
enough. He's the melody of
You
it.
can't listen to it long enough?
Well, you didn't listen to it at all.
I'm just saying, I was wondering if you checked out because you were like, this is terrible.
They don't know who Paul McCartney is. They don't know who the rest of the members of the Beatles are either.
Yeah, no, I just
Yeah.
can't believe they haven't been into a Starbucks lately because he's
Oh,
like
yeah.
all over that little area
That's
where you're
right.
like buying mints and stuff. And if
Very
they-
Merry
At
Christmas.
least they didn't like see a picture of Paul McCartney and go, who is this old woman that he's singing about? Because he does look like an old nun.
He
does
does.
look like an old nun that's walking around
Yeah,
school.
England. So
Yes.
what did you think about, when did you first hear the Beatles?
Oh, good question. When I was really young. My dad and I
I could totally see
on
your
the way
dad.
to school.
Oh my God.
It was always K-Earth 101 oldies.
Of course.
All the time. So I grew up with all of that and
Yeah.
I loved it. But I really quickly think that a lot of kids don't know who Paul McCartney is, but I think that most of these tweets were trolls.
Or maybe a mixture of both.
Maybe.
Oh,
but
okay.
they're really smart. And
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. I hope so.
I
really
hope you're
do
wrong.
Hope so.
I hope that there are
I
people
hope
out
I'm
there.
wrong. Yeah.
You're such a Debbie Downer.
Here's the thing, it's like I get why you haven't heard of Paul McCartney. He's been dropping a bunch of turds since Wings broke up. Like that's it. I mean, he can put out another hit. Awesome.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, it's like, you're listening to like the memory of the Beatles every time you put on a Paul McCartney song.
Do you have any experiences growing up that affected you because of Beatles music?
I remember being a kid and I knew I was heterosexual at a very young age. You know, everybody talks about when did you know you were gay? I knew I was heterosexual at a young age. And I would look at all the albums and I was like, oh my God, they're so much cuter when they were like early 60s with like clean cut and wearing the same outfit. And then when they were hippie Beatles, I was not as attractive.
Who were you most attracted to of all the Beatles?
I definitely think Paul McCartney was the cutest one. He had the smallest nose, for sure.
Who was I attracted to most?
Yes.
Ringo. I love drummers.
Did you have any moments through Beatles music that affected you?
What I like about Beatles is like, if you look at all the Beatles' work, you like pick different things from it, and they inspired entire subgenres of rock music. So like you listen to Helter Skelter, and that is some pretty hardcore. And then you listen to like, a bunch of others
Hey
like
Jude. Yeah.
Hey Jude, and it's just like, oh, okay, now Neil Young, run with it.
I just went to London with my parents and we did the whole Abbey Road walk. And I'll
Yeah.
send Tim my video. It was really fun. That's not even the crosswalk. That's what's really sad. The crosswalk, they moved it. It's 10 meters away. And we knew that. And so first we did the old crosswalk, and then all the tourists are at the new one that really isn't the crosswalk. But we had to do it through that one because that's where people could actually take your picture.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, you're stuck unless you have like a long selfie stick.
Which everyone should have.
Which my husband does have.
Everybody should
But it
have.
wasn't quite long enough. Okay, what do you guys think about people not knowing who Paul McCartney is? Do any of you not know who he is? Please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, make sure you check out our episodes on Hulu every Thursday at 9. We'll see you guys all next time on Pop Culture.